Aloha, my name is Richard Lucas, other than Haiku. Let me start by telling you what my position is on this. I'll just read it. Numerous impacts have occurred on Kolekola, the summit of Wailuku, due to buildings and ongoing activities. To really mitigate the impacts that have happened to this site, there must be a stop to any more construction on this 18.1 acre site. It's an impressive document, 18 pounds, we got it in the mail. But I am concerned about the supplemental draft EIS and what I consider a lack of transparency and a lack of candor in this document. Example 1, we are told in the supplemental draft EIS that this is the site. This is the only site that will work. If it's not built here, it's not going to be built. And yet, in October of 2004, NASA, one of your partners in this project, issued a press release talking about the project and going forward with it. In it, a gentleman by the name of Thomas Grimmelay with the National Solar Observatory, the leading group with the project, said, each of the candidate sites has a unique combination of atmospheric conditions and other factors that would make it an outstanding location for the ATST. Each of the sites. That was in 2004. So what changed between 2004 and where we are today? Well, part of what changed is the fact that in 2006, the National Science Foundation made a decision that this was the site they were going to have, and that was it. And as a result of that decision, they started redesigning this telescope, this observatory, for this site. So they come to us today and say, well, this will only work here. Well, of course it will only work here because they changed the design for this site. That information is contained in a 2006 publication called Ground-Based and Airborne Telescopes, Proceedings of the SPID. So, they changed the design, now they come and say this is the only site that will work. Well, what about the other sites? One of the sites is Big Bear in California. We are told in the supplemental draft EIS that for a number of reasons Big Bear doesn't work. And one of the things they talk about is a criteria that they call seed. And they're telling us that Big Bear fails in the category of seed. And yet, in July of 2007, the publication of the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, they talked about Big Bear Lake. And they said, after talking about the evaluation, the good seeing conditions from sunrise to sunset are a unique feature of the Big Bear Solar Observatory. And for those of you who don't know, the National Science Foundation sponsored and put money into the construction of now the second largest solar observatory in the world, built last year at Big Bear Lake. And in fact, the New Jersey Institute of Technology on May 20th of this year had a glowing praise for that observatory and how well it works at that site. National Science Foundation had a similar article on May 20th. They pulled it from their website so that you can't read it.
I'm going to ask you to wrap up. Do you want me to put you back on for another 2 minutes?
Put me back on.
Okay, you got it. Okay. Kathy McDuff.